Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We have 5 new Pokelids in Japan and I wanted to talk a little bit about it, so let's get right into it. Now the Pokemon Company decided to put 5 new Pokelids in Shizuoka, bringing the total number to 347, which is absolutely insane. At least 5 to 10 new ones each month. So we have many more trips we have to do, including possibly this trip if you guys like this video enough. Now you might be curious what the Pokelids look like. Well, don't worry, I'm going to show you right now. As you can see above me, there are 5 new Pokelids in Izu, Fuji, Numazu, Hamamatsu, and Shizuoka. Now the lid that catches my eye immediately is the legendary Moltres. I mean, look at that. It's so beautiful with the fire wings. And for some reason, they've colored the mountain in the background a bright red. So I'm curious why that is the case. But let's get into a little bit more details of what you can find in these areas, because I believe if you're visiting Japan and you're in Tokyo, some of these lids are going to be very, very accessible for you guys. Immediately when you're looking at the lids, you can see Izu right here has Pancham and Pangoro. The Pancham looks amazing because he's standing on top of Pangoro. And you might be wondering why. I mean, I'm also wondering why these 2 Pokemon are on this lid. What's it have to do with Izu? Because I've been to Izu and it's super mountainous and countrysides. We're about to find out why this lid is the way it is. Because look at it, it's beautiful. Now, when you're going to Izu, if we go to the location of the lid, you can see the lid is located right here, right next to a lot of hotels and rokkans, probably expensive little hotels. You can see Asaba Rokkan. Oh my god, that's a lot of price right there. And Arai Rokkan. Definitely a lot of shrines in this area. We got Hiei Shrine, Shuzenji Shrine, and this right nearby the lid is the bamboo forest path. You can see it looks really beautiful. A lot of streams, colors, trees. You know what this reminds me of? Arashiyama, except no people. Like, it looks like it's empty and it's perfect for a visiting or a tourist. Like, it's a great photo spot with nobody around. If you can get there. Well, can we get there? Let's find out. So it's a 31-hour walk from Tokyo State. I'm just kidding. If you're departing at 7 in the morning, it's going to take you about 2 hours to get to the location. And it's not too difficult. There's a Shinkansen and then another train line, and followed by probably a short bus ride. It's a location that seems very accessible if you're trying to get away from the hustle and bustle of Tokyo, for sure. Other items in the area, there looks like a Shuzenji Niji no Sato. It looks like a location that has European type style houses. And it has a view of Mount Fuji right there, not covered by a black wall. There's a plum garden, so if you're here in the springtime, probably a good idea to walk through this area. Definitely looks like it's about the rokkans here and a lot of onsens overlooking probably Mount Fuji. So definitely come out here, relax, take a day trip. And instead of going to Hakone, go to Izu. The next lid on our list is the Fuji lid with Moltres, and simply just Moltres. But look at this. You got the flames flying out of the wings and the volcano, or it looks like, I believe that's Mount Fuji itself, with this red hotness. Doesn't depict Mount Fuji the way it really is, but I love it. Makes it look like it's at like dawn in the evening time where the sun's setting. It's such a beautiful look. And you got Lake Kawaguchigo right there behind. Pretty beautiful lid. So my question though is why? Why is it have Moltres? Why is it red? Let's see if we can find out more based on the location. So the lid itself is located in, it looks like a Michinoeki, a road station. Immediately I see a Ferris wheel. It says the lid is here where the Ferris wheel is located. And you can see this little playground here with a Mount Fuji look, a fake Mount Fuji if you will, which possibly might be nearby the lid. Nearby the lid, there's also a planetarium. So I think it's one of those locations where you sit back, relax, look up, and then they light up the sky for you in the darkened room. Pretty interesting. There's this thing called the Fuji Sky View, which I believe is just the Ferris wheel. And if you go up, you get a view of, well, Fuji. Sometimes you might even get a view like this on a clear sunny day. There's a Tesla supercharger right here. There's a restaurant right here. Probably something you should probably check out because there's not that many food locations. There's a ramen location nearby as well. So the lid is located in this park right here. I think the lid is right here on this little mountain that's overseeing Mount Fuji right here, because I remember seeing it in the red little asphalt. So that in itself is pretty cool. You got Mount Fuji, and on the lid, Mount Fuji. Here you can see it says welcome to Fuji. You can get some really cool visual shots at this location. Anyways, that's the Moltres lid. Let's see what the next lid is. All right, the next lid is in Numazu, which I've actually never heard of, but it looks like it's by the water. It has Huntail, Relincath, and Gorbis on it. So 3 Pokemon, and Huntail and Gorbis are coming from Clamperl, although I expected to see a Clamperl on this lid, but I don't see it. There literally is a lot of pearls and dots maybe hidden on this lid. Could be a Clamperl. If you see one, let me know. I don't see one on first glance, but you never know. I'm curious why they chose these 3 Pokemon to be on this lid. Probably pearls are famous in this area. Let's find out really quickly. Let's go to the map. All right, we can see that it is by the beach, Numazu Beach, it looks like. Far from Tokyo. Definitely difficult to get there. You want to see the directions? I'll show you the directions right now. It's a 29-hour walk. 3 hours from Tokyo, which is sort of insane. But of course, if you're going to get all 5 of these lids, it's not impossible to do. The Ueno Tokyo line all the way to Atami, popular location that people go to relax. And from Atami, you go to Numazu Station. And from Numazu Station, essentially you go to take a bus to the lid right at Numazu Beach. Now, Numazu Beach looks like this. It has a view of Mount Fuji. Shizuoka is really amazing. No matter where you go in Shizuoka, you're going to have a view of Mount Fuji. So, you know that story that's going on online where there's this Lawson and they're blocking the view because too many tourists are in the area and Mount Fuji is behind it, so they have the view of Mount Fuji and the Lhasa in the front, and people love taking that photo. Well, I'm pretty sure you could find that photo in other areas. Probably not as easy to get to as that Lawson, but still, you can see that every location that we have been going to in this video, as long as you're in Shizuoka, you're going to probably see Mount Fuji, because Mount Fuji is half in Shizuoka. The other one's in Yamanashi. Apart from all the beaches, which has a beautiful sunset, look at this view. My goodness. Wow. It has the perfect angle. But apart from the beaches, I don't know what else you would find here. Let's zoom in a little more. Right next to the lid, the first thing you can see is this historical landmark, which is, I think it has something to do with Japanese history. Definitely would be something I would love to see when I go there. Definitely gonna try to head over to this area. There's a boat rental service. Ooh, beautiful sunset though. Look at that. My goodness. But also, boats. Oh, that is amazing. Oh, this is definitely somewhere where I want to go and relax for a bit. The lid's going to be right somewhere in this area. That's crazy. So somewhere in this park, you'll find that lid. Oh my God, that's a cool structure. Reminds me of like Star Wars. It's at the port. Oh wow. Mount Fuji is very visible from the port. Also, if you're gonna go here, you're probably gonna find fresh fish somewhere at any of these locations. Maybe at this Shokudo, probably has food here, or at this little restaurant here, Numazu Gotetsu. And the fish market looks like it's right on the edge right here. A location I'm gonna check out is this fish market. So many photos, 2,400 photos. Oh my God, look at this, it's beautiful. So much fresh fish. Oh, this will be a trip. This will be a trip and a half for sure. This is the Numazu Minato Shinsenkan. It looks like it's a shopping mall. Definitely might have merch. If they have Pokelid merch, this is the location to go to. So that's our third lid. Let's see what our fourth lid comes up with. And that one, I think, is a little further away. I noticed, if you look at the map initially, well, there's 5 lids and they're in these areas right here. Look. The last one is in Hamamatsu, which is, you can't see it until you scroll myself over and you're like, wow, that is far. That is far. But I think there's a train line that goes there, so let's look into it. We have Melota and Electros on the lid in Hamamatsu. It's a beautiful lid. Must be famous for music. Electros must be by the water. And, well, music. Maybe this is where they have the musical road. One can hope. Because in Japan, they do have a road where you're driving on it, and they put grooves in it in different distances from each other. So because they're in different distances, you hear different sounds. And they put it in a way that you can hear like music coming out of your tires. Well, not necessarily your tires, but the road. So I think some songs will play and you can hear it if you're very, very quiet, like you're rolling over it. Maybe that's what this is about. I could be totally wrong though, but I know they have it in certain areas of Japan, and it'd be pretty interesting if it was in Shizuoka. Also, this lid has a rainbow look in the background, I think. That's not Electros. That is a rainbow behind it, and the musical notes are the hair of Melota. Okay, we have the map here. Looks like the lid is in the city. right at Hamamatsu Station. Can't be too bad from Tokyo Station, right? Let's see how long it takes to walk. And it's a, oh my God, a 58-hour walk? What happened? It's not that much further, is it? If you leave in the morning and you're gonna head over to this lid, oh, it's not that difficult at all. You just take the Shinkansen and you're gonna get there pretty direct. 1 hour and a half. Probably the easiest lid to get to. The furthest one, but the easiest one. That's not bad at all. So let's zoom in though. What is in Hamamatsu? Looks like there's just a bunch of clothing shops. There's a Gucci and Tetsu Hamamatsu store, so it's shopping. A lot of department stores. They put it in a department store area? That's interesting. Not usually the case with the lids. They usually put it, you know, in other areas. So maybe if we zoom out a little bit, we can find why there's music. All right, it looks like Hamamatsu is Japan's city of music and home to Roland. What is Roland? Located about halfway between Tokyo and Osaka on the Tokaido Shinkansen bullet train line in Shizuoka Prefecture lies Hamamatsu, Japan. Shizuoka is famous for many things, including hot springs, tea leaf cultivation, Mount Fuji, which it shares with neighboring Yamanashi Prefecture, and thanks to Hamamatsu, it's also known for music. Hey, they have a mascot for the city. This little fat little guy, Iyasu-kun. The Roland Museum. So they do have a musical museum, the Roland Museum. No visit to the R&D center is complete without a visit to the Roland Museum. So you definitely, if you love music, definitely go to this. It's definitely a very different visit if you're going to Japan. Looks like Roland is a brand for the pianos. So they have the Hamamatsu City Museum right here, which has musical instruments not far from the lid. And also I saw the Suzuki History Museum. Ah, look, there's a castle as well. Hamamatsu Castle. And with that, that leads us to our final lid in the area, the main city itself. Shizuoka has its own lid, which has a little tower right there in the background. We have Staraptor in the front, Ivysaur right there sitting behind. I think it's our first Ivysaur lid because we have a Bulbasaur and we have a Venusaur. So cool to see the second evolution. That's awesome. A lot of grass popping up there in the lid. Maybe it's using razor leaf. Maybe it's not. Who knows? But you definitely have grass and flying. Not good for Ivysaur, but what's in the location in Shizuoka? If we go to the map, looks like the lid itself is right at the city hall or nearby in the little courtyard right there, right next to Shin Shizuoka Station. Zooming in, you can see, wow, the lid is right across the moat at the park. It's a park, but I think this is also probably a former castle because you can see it, the castle ruins right here. Yet, wow, there's no castle at all. And you can see this is a castle park. There's a castle there. And you can see there's a lot of things to do. I would explore this whole area. Every single one of these looks like a cool little nugget that you could find in Japan. You could see this garden right here. But yeah, the lid is right in front of the prefectural government for some reason. They do that sometimes. They put it right in front of the government office, like you want to visit there. But I assume you probably don't really care about the offices, to be honest. But you're also in front of this huge castle park. So that's cool. A cool lid in a nice area, a grassy park. I think that's probably it right there, is that it's just like a very relaxing remote area that you can visit. I see this right here. That's so funny. That's cool. Shizuoka City has an art museum you could definitely go to. Wow. That looks sort of contemporary. Seems cool, actually. I might visit that. It looks fun. And if you're going to Shizuoka, it's fairly simple too. You just take the Shinkansen and then a secondary bus, it looks like, for an hour. Just an hour. Not bad at all. You go to Shizuoka Station and then walk 3 minutes, take Shizuoka Ekimae, and there's a bus there and it'll take you to the lid. Not bad at all. And if we zoom in, you can see what I'm talking about because the Shinkansen will get you this far and then you just need to find your way over here. Not bad at all. Anyways, that is the video for today. Those are our 5 lids. Let's check those lids out one more time. You can see them right there. They're all new. And if you want me to visit any of these 5 lids, like this video, because the video that gets the most likes is going to be the location that I try to visit next. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it helps you out if you ever wanted to visit, especially Hamamatsu, because it seems like that was one of the easiest one to get to. With that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it helped you out and you learned a little bit about the new lids that are in Japan. And comment down below your favorite lid, and I'll see you guys in the next one very soon. Bye!